Hey guys, it's Brick Thunder, and today I'm going to be unboxing Home Depot's Mausoleum Archway. Okay, so this is one I've wanted for a while. This thing was going to be my last year entrance to the graveyard, but they went out of stock very fast, as most Home Depot props do. So here it is. This is the Mausoleum Archway. It has two separate parts, although I only have the archway piece, and I'm definitely fine with that because I wouldn't really be able to use the other part because I'm actually using this as an entryway. The other part is just a separately sold actual mausoleum, like tomb. So that will go in between these, kind of blocking that entryway, so I wouldn't be able to use that. But it is a cool addition for anyone who wants to just use it as a tomb in their gravestone, or in their graveyard. So here it is. I got it also at the same sale as the last prop, which was the Home Depot Jack-in-the-Box. And there are more to come, but this one is probably the one I was most excited for. So let's get right into the unboxing. Here we go. Okay, so as I'm starting to take out pieces, I'm going to let you guys know this was customized and heavily customized. So it was very bloodied up, and you might still notice a bit of red. Luckily, I was able to get a lot of it off. The red, some people might like, I don't think it really makes sense. So we took it off. Here's the first piece. This is the Reaper. There's still a bit left on him, but everything else I think it's mainly off. But yeah, that's usually not on it if you notice a bit of it. The rest looks really good. So yeah, there's the Reaper. This guy has a plug right here because his eyes actually light up, and it looks really cool at night. They're very bright LEDs. Runs off batteries and has a built-in timer. This is the bag of the lock nuts that actually hold this thing together. It is a full metal interior, so that's good. It's not just the plastic. Here is one of the coolest looking pieces. This is actually the main archway piece right here. This is huge. This just shows you how massive this thing is. Very, very detailed. All of this is. It's all painted to look like stone as well, and in the nighttime it definitely does. Put this to the side there. Now we have, let's see, our next piece, we have these smaller ones. This is actually the battery piece. This is where you put the batteries in and where it stores the timer. So this is kind of the control box right here. So we'll put that down. This is all waterproof as well. They waterproof all their stuff like this, 12-foot skeletons, 12-foot infernos, the new props this year, stuff like this, that's all waterproof, which is really nice because you don't have to take it in every day. Here is one of the stone support walls. These are really just for decor. This doesn't help with the actual structure. It's just cool looking. Here's another one. This also helps match it down to the separate tomb piece as well. It makes it look like a more flush design. Here's the bricks. These are a really nice add-on. I'll show you what these are for later. But they're really smart ideas because this covers up any visible poles. There's actually 4 of those. I don't know where the other ones are. Here's the other 2 right here. These are 2 smaller versions. And yeah, those cover up any metal that you would see. So everything looks like stone. Here is the first piece for the side. This is what gives it a lot of its height right here. But yeah, that's going to go kind of just on the, I think this is the right side. And that's going to support the whole thing up. So that's a very needed piece right there. And then, of course, we have 2 of those. Here's the other one right here. Looks good. Very detailed on both sides as well. I really like the ring on the front as well. It looks really good. Looks like stone for sure. Put that down. Not too many pieces left. We have, don't want to knock that over. We have this, which is the other piece that matches the control box piece. It pretty much looks the same. It just doesn't have any controls in it. And those actually include the screws that go up and work with those lock nuts to bring it all together. Wow, okay. So there's a lot of pulls in there. But we have this, which is one of the base pieces. This thing's really cool. This is kind of what the tomb I was describing looks like. This is also what you connect the tomb to. These 2 holes right here, usually you would put the tomb on. If you don't have that piece, you can take these inside that it comes with, and this just goes on here and covers it up. like that. So we'll do that later, but that's a really nice addition because you don't want those exposed if you're not actually planning on purchasing that other piece. So lay this all down there. We have that one I just showed you. It also has that stone texturing and nice stone paint. It did a lot of good detail there. We have the next piece that looks just like that. They're all matching. They all have asymmetrical other side. There we go. Now we have all the poles that we heard earlier right here. These really don't do too much. This is really just supporting it from the base and giving it a bit of height. They don't do much at all. Most of the poles are actually built into the plastic. Here's the other one, because there are holes on both sides, because every piece is symmetrical. And then we have the base. The base is awesome. The base is all really nicely welded. It's a really big base. But yeah, looks like it should hold up pretty well outdoors, which is good. And it also has stake holes big enough, I think, for rebar, which is what I use. So that's good. But there it is. That's everything. Let's start the setup. Here we go. All right, so let's start our setup. We take our 4 B-poles right here. All of them are the same. Doesn't matter where they go. They just have to snap lock onto the base here. Yeah, it doesn't matter the order. All right, so like I said earlier, these really don't do much. These really just give it height. The rest is already supported by the plastic built-in metal pieces. But yeah, good to have extra support down here. And it definitely is a pretty good looking base. It's really pro looking. And yeah, hopefully it holds up pretty well in the season, because I do plan to have this outdoors for a pretty long time. All right, there we go. Now we have our 2 biggest pieces, I think. Yeah, looks like it. We have these 2. Now, these do matter which side they go on. It looks like it would be like that. Yeah, okay. So you're just going to slide this through. There's 2 little holes that are just, looks like machine cut into this thing. And this just slides down those poles we just put in, the B-poles, right there. So now is the time you can put these on. This is what I was talking about earlier. Right here is where you'd attach that tomb piece, but instead, we're just going to cover it up. Now, the other one might work better. This looks like the darker side. It does kind of matter which side you put the covers on. Let's see. Yeah, that actually matches a lot better. So let's make sure we have it the right way. Yep. There we go. Okay. No, even that doesn't look too great. Let's see. I think this one might just be a bit scratched up. But yeah, it does cover it pretty well. And then we have our other one here. And this is completely identical, I think. Let's see. Yeah, looks to be the same. So this one, let's flip around. We have the same pre-cut holes right here. And these are just going to slide onto our other side. Okay. Now we can slide this all the way down, making sure these snap locks are showing. There we go. Okay. We have our stone cover. We can put this on. Looks good. Yeah, those definitely match better like that. And now we have some of our bigger pieces already. So I think the circle is facing the outside. I'm pretty sure. So this would be over here. Yep. This one goes on over here. These snap locks are a bit tricky, but once you get one in, it works a lot better. So let's see. Yeah, I got one there. Now we can slide it down. Clicks in. And now I can show you what the bricks are used for. Looks like we need the bigger ones right now. So we take one of these bricks, and over here, let me see if I can turn this actually. You can kind of see that we have this opening gap where you can see the poles. So you take the brick, slide it right in, covers everything up, looks like stone again. So really, really cool. Very good idea there. Now we need our other one, which is right over here. Again, the circle has to face the outside. Right over here. And actually, I'm going to have to come around and see the snap locks. This is definitely something you might want to have 2 people for, especially for the disassembly. The assembly is not as bad, but taking this thing down is very difficult because these snap locks are big. There we go. All right, click this in place. There we go. And now we can take our other brick, which is over here, just making sure the drips are facing down. There's a lot of stickers on this too. I'll probably try to take those off. Don't think it should be too difficult. Yeah, that actually comes right off. But yeah, now let's move the camera up before we continue. But then we are getting on our next pieces. Actually, before we move it up, we have these two. Like I said, these don't really do much. These are just for decor, but I think it's definitely a cool add-on because these look great. Slide that in and connect it there. Yeah, it doesn't really do much. But actually, because this one had a bit of the blood on this side, you can tell, I'm gonna move this one to the outside. Although these are completely the same pieces, I'm pretty sure. And it doesn't matter which side they go on. Because that one's customized, I'm just gonna put it there. There we go. Click that in. All right, looks good. That does, I guess, help stabilize it a bit. It doesn't help too much when you put on all the heavy pieces up above, but looks cool. Let's go move up the camera and continue our setup. Here we go. All right, so we can put our little washers on these screws because this is actually what attaches that archway piece to the top. So this is this side. The controller I know is on the other side. So we're just gonna snap lock this down right here. Looks good. Now we have the smaller bricks, which are down here, and we can attach these onto this. There we go. Covers up everything and adds some stability right there. So now we have the control piece. I'm not sure where that went. Probably over here. Here it is. And this does the same thing, just this, I'm going to show it up close, has this waterproof casing for batteries, has the switch, which I do have batteries in, so we'll test that out at the end, and a wire coming out of the top right there. We want to keep that out. One time it actually went in there and it's hard to get back out, so you want to keep that out, but that wire goes all the way to the top pieces where it connects to the Reaper. There we go, and now we take our small brick and add it right here. Okay, there we go. So that's our main support structure right there. Now they're a bit wobbly right now because there is no top archway piece, but let's get this top archway piece on. I'm gonna move the camera up one more time and we'll get this on. And then we have the Reaper and we'll just plug everything in for the demo. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have this main archway piece, and we're just gonna connect this here. So it doesn't have snap locks, but it does have metal pulls that you drive this into. So we're gonna try to line these up here. There's one, and then we get the other side over here. So this thing, if you couldn't tell, is very big. On the box it says about 8.6 feet, I'm not sure. I think it said 8.6 or 8.9. Yeah, it's a big prop. This thing is, yeah, nearly 9 feet tall. And that is not measuring this archway right here, but it measures up to the top of the Reaper because that guy adds a lot of height. So we can just move this down, kind of adjust the walls as we need to. But now is when we plug in wires and we get the lock nuts on. Now the lock nuts are over here on the ground. We'll put these in here, come back up, and these just go onto each screw and lock it down. Now, I don't think, even if you lose these, you could probably get these very easily. These are probably just normal ones that you can find at any hardware store. But I don't think it's really necessary to have these because it already holds itself down. This is a very heavy piece, so it holds itself down really well. And wind's not going to catch this much because it's all hollow. But it's good to be safe here. This definitely keeps it together just in case it does fall, although I don't see something like this falling very easily. Yeah, again, because wind's not going to catch it much, and also because it's got a really sturdy base. But our final piece up here is the Reaper. The Reaper attaches very similar to the 12-foot skeleton pieces. So basically, this confused me with Fairy of the Dead, but you put it down first the wrong way, like this, and once it's in, you actually spin it the right way, and then it locks. So there we go. That's how it looks. This is the full archway. Obviously, you guys can't see the holding yet. So I'm going to move this so you guys can see all of this. We're going to plug it all in and do the demo. I'll be right back. All right, here it is. I have the glowing LEDs on in the eyes, and this thing looks amazing. Really love the detail on this piece. Home Depot did a great job with this. It seems to be really good quality. I haven't put it outside yet, but this Halloween we'll put it to the test, and I think it should hold up pretty well. Because it is all waterproof and really wind shouldn't affect it too much, I think it'll do pretty good outdoors. So, I love the detail on this thing. I would definitely recommend this if you can find it. It's not an easy find. I've been searching for a while to find a good price on this thing. A lot of Home Depot stuff gets scalped on eBay, Facebook, stuff like that. So it's hard to find good prices, but luckily I did find one for a good price right here. So super, super cool. If you can find one, definitely would recommend it. It's a great graveyard entryway. Or if you want a giant tomb, you can buy that other piece. I have never seen one of those for sale. Those are pretty rare. But if you can find one, or if they bring it back, that's a great add-on to this piece as well, because it also extends it further. Because these have the holes right here, you can tell it does actually bring it out further too. So it's a much bigger piece when you have that. I think it'd look really cool, but I do like using this as an entryway. Usually this also comes with creepy cloth. This one didn't have it, which is fine because I wouldn't be using that anyways. But you can use that creepy cloth as another way to use it for an entryway, because people can push through that while going through. But there it is, the Mausoleum Archway. Super, super cool piece right here. Definitely excited to put this in the haunt this year. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.